I poured some resin into these molds. I mixed my resin and then I put it inside my vacuum machine to get the bubbles out. So now we get to demold this resin to see how well we did. I left the resin clear because I wanted to see if there's any bubbles. And this piece looks amazing. I don't see any bubbles at all in it. Now this mold was frosted on the outside, which I didn't realize. This is actually the first time I use this mold. But looking in here, I don't see any bubbles. This is amazing. So let me try this and pop this out. Book. That's a cute little mold, huh? And same thing. I don't see any bubbles, not even on the surface on this bottom. This is so cool. I ran it for 10 minutes. I mixed up 6 ounces of resin, and the whole point of it was just to experiment to see how it would cure, because I did make one when I originally got the machine, but I poured it into here, so I finished pouring into here, and here's another one, and I do see bubbles, but it looks like it's near the surface, so I think it's because of how I poured it. I see one bubble in there. And oh, I see one more in here. I don't think it's out of the resin. I think it's because I did pour these in here a little too fast. And I did see bubbles when I poured, but then, you know, they just... Okay, here's another one. Let's see. Sorry, my gloves are getting stuck in the mix of all this. Okay. I don't see any bubbles either with this one. Very cool. These are really cute little... So let me just get this out of the way. And I'm going to set this back here. Now these cute little cactus earrings. Look at that. Oh, it's a holographic mold also. And then look, no bubbles that I can see. I do see a little bit right here. A bubble probably got trapped between the mold and the resin, because I did not even touch it. I didn't treat these with anything. Usually something this small that has a little detail in it, I will spritz with rubbing alcohol, and just to help release bubbles. I didn't do it for this reason, so that's why there's a surface one right there. But it's not from the mixing of the resin, which is way cool. This one, hopefully you can see the holographic, but I don't see any bubbles in that at all. Let's try this one. I see a little tiny defect in there, but it actually looks like it could be print. Oh yeah, I see one on the side here and here, and it looks like it's from when I poured it. I poured these in way too fast. So that's something you do need to consider. You know, we're working hard to get bubbles out of our resin after we mix them. Got the vacuum, sucks all the bubbles out. But then as we pour it, I'm making bubbles. So I need to be a little extra careful, because again, these bubbles are down here by the surface of the mold. It's not up top. So it's because I poured it in too fast and I didn't pre-treat these. So that's cool. They still look awesome because they're cactus. Cactus looks rustic. So a little bit of bubbles is no biggie. Now this one is, I'm gonna, you know, actually I'm gonna see if I can switch cameras so you can see a little better. Oh, not that one. I'm working on it. That got it. Yay! This one is what I call my dump mold. And whenever I do a resin project, any leftover, I just pour into molds. So I decided I'm just going to start using one mold, because I love this mold, but it uses a lot of resin unless you decide to fill it up with, you know, coins or rocks or trinkets or whatever. So this one I have been using for about a little over a month now. I don't even remember what I put in other than that black that I saw right here. So this will be really cool. But I did use the resin the past 2 times using my vacuum machine. So this good bottom layer is from the resin. So let's see how the bubbles did. Oh my goodness, I forgot how cool this is. Look at that. What? That is just a mix of colors and resin that I've done the past few projects. This white right here, that is from Mrs. Colorberry, and it's from the Star Dust collection. I think it's called Polar, and it gives an iridescent look, especially when black is behind it. So that's how come that is like so amazingly cool. And then I left it clear. See the back? See if I get closer. Left it a little clear, but can you see? I don't see any bubbles. I see oh, okay. Right here, the surface. I don't know if you can see it. Right here, the surface, I see some bubbles, and that's probably because when I did my mold, let me turn it the right way. The resin right here is where I saw those bubbles. I didn't air it out. I didn't try to help release anything. I just left it as is. So I think whatever built up right there, and that's not too shabby. That actually looks really cool on this piece. But these are the cleanest resin pieces that I have done. I have always had a hard time with bubbles, especially because I tend to mix too fast, and as slow as I mix, it's always too much. I've tried not using popsicle sticks. I use my resin stir sticks. You know, reusable plastic, because wood holds air, and if you stir the resin with something that has air in it, then you're going to inject air in it. That was my whole philosophy, and it's proven, because I started using these, I had less bubbles. But as I stir, no matter what, because you got to scrape the sides, you got to scrape this, you're injecting some sort of air in it. So that's just what's important. I think this machine is amazing. I hope you have enjoyed these videos, and I hope you have learned something also with me. And let me know in the comments what you think, if you've used the machine, or even if you have a different machine or a different process. Let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!